Hello and welcome back to another show. This is your guy Obi as usual. I hope you're keeping up well. And so today we'll be doing a comparison. Ole Gunnar solskjaer of Manchester United, Frank Lampard of Chelsea, and Mikel Arteta of Arsenal. And so, of course, there's a lot of debate out there within fans of these three clubs that we have mentioned, and they're asking who is the better manager, of course. And it's not easy to just single out one individual, but we're just going to back our argument with some kind of statistics. And so Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, he took over Manchester United when it was really, really in a mess. The same thing with Frank Lampard, the same thing with Mikel Arteta. So another thing similar to them is that they are both young and inexperienced, so they will be making mistakes without any doubt. And of course, they are managing their former clubs. That's another thing. And so, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, took over a team that was, of course, hit by injuries to their key players. Of course, he brought in Bruno Fernandes, who really transformed the team. The team now started to gel, and it was so surprising to see Manchester United last season finish in the third position in the Premier League. And so, give it to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Of course, he imparted winning mentality. Now the team can work with belief. They can go to PSG. They can believe that they can win. And of course they have won there. They can come back at Old Trafford. They can win against RB Leipzig. And so, what are the problems there? What are the problems there at Manchester United? Of course, he's got a lot of deadwood. Some players he was not able to sell. Team selection to him is a really big problem. He has not really done enough in terms of player development, got talent, but development-wise, I think that is something that he has to look and see whether he can, change that. And a lot of inconsistencies. He's blowing hot and cold, so you never know what to expect from him in this game. Maybe next game he can win. This time round he loses. This time round he draws. So you never expect. You never know what to expect from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as it stands, and his home record is worrying. He's just won once at home this season, and so yeah, that's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What about Frank Lampard? Frank Lampard now also, as I have already said, he inherited a team that was not full strength. He came in when Chelsea was serving three window transfer embargo, that is, and so he was forced to work with the players that he were at his disposal. He promoted some of the youngsters, and they really did a great job. And it was surprising. It was surprising for Frank Lampard to finish fourth. And of course, he bought. Right now, he has bought in some of the players that he needed, and he has kept 5 clean sheets so far, consecutive clean sheet. That is Frank Lampard for you. What are some of the problems he might encounter? Struggling with the options. He's got a lot of talent. Now he has to make a decision who to start, who not to start. Another thing is he's got some defensive problems. When Chelsea started the season, they were struggling defensively, but right now I think there's something that has already addressed, which is a good thing. What about goalkeeping problem? That season we saw really a lot of mess from Ariza Baraga, but right now I think Mendy is really pulling the strings better, at goal. And so another thing is that having bought the player that he needed, now there will be a lot of pressure from the board, from fans, for this guy to perform. Whether he will be able to absorb the pressure and maybe perform, and also convince the fans, convince the hierarchy there at Chelsea that he's the right man, is something that we have to wait and see. What about Mikel Arteta? He came in when Arsenal were really horrendous, no team spirit, no winning mentality. He's brought in winning mentality. We have to give it to him. He's given a team more direction. There's now discipline. You could look at it and say, okay, at least we know now this is what is happening. And he finished 8th. So that was not the best of runs, actually the worst. And so, as bad as the squad was, he managed to win the FA Cup. Give it to him. He was a new manager, the first that's the first assignment as a manager, and so give it to him. So of course, he's getting the best of players back, and that is something that is really commendable of Mikel Arteta. What are some of the problems there at Arsenal? He's got a lot of debt. He was not able to sell most of them, and now he's facing some attacking problems. Defensively, having solved this defensive problem, Arteta is now struggling offensively. No goals are coming. That's something that he has to check. At inconsistencies, yeah, you can win at Manchester United. You lose at home against what team is this? Leicester United. And so he has to of course develop consistencies and maybe assure fans that he's the right man. And so he's got a lot of players, of course, who are not really good enough. So who is the better manager? That's the question. Who is the better manager? And so for me, I think this is a question that has no answer, because it depends on who you ask and when you ask this question. Ask Manchester United fans when they go to PSG and win there. They'll tell you Ole Gunnar solskjaer is the real deal. When they lose at home against Arsenal, they'll tell you this guy is deluded. Ask Chelsea fans when they go 5 games unbeaten, clean sheets. They will tell you Frank he's our guy. But tell them when they draw 3-3 at home against West Brom Albion, they'll tell you this guy is confused. Ask Arsenal fans, yeah, when they go to Manchester United and win after 14 years of not winning there, and they tell you, this is Arteta on the wheels. Ask them the same question when they lose at home against Leicester. They will tell you this guy is overrated. You understand? And so it depends on who you ask when you ask this question. And for me, I know the Premier League is really unpredictable. Without any doubt, the Premier League is more than before unpredictable. Managers, of course, will lose games. They will win games. They will make mistakes. They make sometimes they will make poor team selections. They will make poor substitutions, and they will go through spells that will not be good for the club. But you know what? Managers will also suffer from poor refereeing. Talk about VAR, of course. And so what matters is how they respond whenever these circumstances befall them. A good manager would be able to correct a mess in good time. You don't need to lose 5 games to know that you are having problems. A good manager should look at their team, look at the performance, assess the opponents, and see what he can do better to win against the opponent that is facing. And that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Otherwise, you are not going to get an answer to any question, because managers and managers, depending on the kind of support they have, the kind of support they have from the board, the kind of support they have from the fans, the kind of players they have, because the manager just manages players. It is the duty of players to deliver the goods under the managers, of course, tutelage. And so I don't know. And so I don't know, what is your take? Who is the better manager? If you have any comment, you can leave it in the comment section in this page, and maybe we'll be able to share more in the coming days. And for me, that's it for now. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.